Yo, what's up? So, I haven't posted in a while because I got pretty sick. Uh, but before I got sick, around the end of the month, I made another 1300. Um, this time it was on memes, so this video is gonna be like more focused on memes. So, yeah, instead of stocks or anything, and I'll kind of go over how I actually got it. So hopefully, whoever's watching trades memes as well as crypto and stocks. If I can find it. Because I forgot the name, to be honest. So, um, but yeah, so I ended up closing the month on, in terms of just like profit, plus 3K, I think. Yeah, which is good because I started the month down when I was just trading like a bad market and stuff, and then I slowly started adapting to that market in stocks and in crypto, which is good. So now hopefully this next month will just, you know, will be good. And this month I not off of one trade, but just a few like memes. I traded for like 5 hours. I think I made like 4 or 500. So yeah, up like 4 or 500 this month. I can't find this. Um, I think so. Oh, AU, that's what it was. Yeah, I figured I could find it here. Or shit. That's the wrong one. Um, oh no, he's just Gig is just still holding the other one. Cause so basically there was three coins. Um, I could also bring up the other one. This is like actually gonna be, if you trade memes, this is gonna be like, I'll show you a strategy that I do. I made 1300 in 5 or 10 minutes. So yeah, this is like an actual strategy that I use. Um, okay. All right, I guess the coin is just impossible to find. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to find it, to be honest. If it doesn't even come up in the search. Okay. Uh, so yeah, hopefully this month will end up being an actual good month. Hopefully I can get another 10K month. The last time I had a 10K month was in January before the war started. Before the war started, I had like well, January I made like 23K or something. So and then the war started, and I don't know, everything just became bad. Um, dude, how? Okay, this was it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I made 14 Sol, and I'll kind of go like I had like a bunch of trades, and I'll kind of go through exactly how I did this. I'll also bring up the other one as well. Um, so this strategy works like for every time that there's two good tokens that's a good narrative, and they're like PvPing each other. Uh, and they are PvPing each other. You want to follow what the big wallets are doing, basically. And Gake just happened to buy this for some reason. Trenching was heating up then, and so a lot of people were talking about how like you can actually make a lot of money trenching or whatever, right? And so maybe that's why Gake just decided to trade some new pairs or whatever. Anyway, the narrative was like the main U.S. gold reserve, something about how basically these people were implying that the gold wasn't there. Okay, and it was like a pretty big account. Anyway, the narrative doesn't even matter for these, right? So basically, what happened is I saw this running. I thought it was pretty good. I tried to buy like post migration. I sold it just break even. I was trying to buy with a like wallet that has like decent motion. So yeah, and then it like was gonna break out and then came back down. That is another thing that I do a lot. Like I might make a video just going over like everything you need to know about trading meme coins, because this is like what I'm actually good at. The other stuff is like I'm still learning, but I'm good at trenching. Um, so just a quick little thing, like a lot of the time when I think a coin is good, but there's like it's too high, or like I don't think it's good enough to buy at a certain level, but it could go. I tried to get a risk-free entry. When I say like risk-free, like that just means that it'll pump right when you buy it, so you're never in the red. And this is probably the like the biggest reason why I'm profitable is because I get these entries on coins. Sometimes you just have to slam right, and I'm getting better at that. But yeah, so wallet buys, um, and his buy gets suppressed, and then you buy like here. I think I lagged a little bit, so you saw I got filled a little higher than right here, but then it pumped directly after my buy, right? And then I just sold break even when it failed to like break out, because I'm not holding this at all. I mean, look what happens if you try to hold this. It eventually goes, but this could easily just do that if the narrative's not even that good, right? After all the vamps and everything happened, it just went straight to zero, even after Gake bought, or even after Gake bought this one. Like it ranged. This was the winner. Everything else was at zero, and then it just went to zero. So the narrative's not like actually that good, right? Um. So yeah, and then at that point, I just faded it. I didn't think it was good enough to pay attention to. Um. And then Gake bought. If I was looking at the coin, perfect example. Perfect example. If you're looking at the coin, you buy the immediate dip, the immediate sells after a big wallet buy, and you're in green all the way up to here, and you could literally hold through this dip. So you are never in the red. That is like so key. You buy in when there's like some catalyst, and you can get under the catalyst, right? And wallets can definitely be catalysts, 100%. Especially Gake. Gake is like the biggest catalyst wallet. Um, so yeah, I wasn't paying attention to it at that point, but at that point I did see this coin, which is supposed to be lowercase. Like on the periodic table, the U is lowercase. And then I noticed that, and then I confirmed that, that was true, just to make sure. And then I started paying attention to both of them again. And yeah, so I had like my first buy down here. I think I had my, no. Okay, so what actually happened here is I was paying attention. I was actually paying attention to both of these after, bro, I don't remember why I bought here, but I bought here because of some kind of catalyst. There was a reason that I bought there, right? Because you see how there was I bought and there was buys immediately after me. My entry was right here, right? I don't know. I think it might have been like it like curling back up and this. I don't think it was the Gake buy. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter, right? I got in here because the vamp is valid. I mean, we vamp over everything in the trenches, right? So the vamp is valid. And yeah, I tried to hold, I sell partials and then I tried to hold for a full vamp. And then, yeah, I sell, and then, yeah, I see that it starts grinding higher. And so I think that the vamp is genuinely valid, right? And then at the same time, this starts to go down. So perfect time to buy, basically, right? So I just bought 200 here, I think. Yeah, I bought 200. I just saw it grinding up. I was like, okay, I'm just going to get in because I think it's decent. And then, yeah, it was chopping here a little bit. And then Gake sold. This is the key part of this trade right here. Look what happens when Gake sold. Boom. Like, I could have honestly traded this a lot better by watching for the Gake sell and then buying like 1,000 on the Gake sell. But I didn't think that it would have that big of a reaction, right? And so the more motion a wallet has, the more motion they're going to have on the charts, right? So Gake selling means this is just cooked, okay? And that means the vamp wins. And then this is also people trying to front run Gake rotating, which he actually went and bought a different coin again. I don't think there's any point in me bringing it up, but yeah. So anyway, I clipped into this, clipped the top of this, clipped here. At this point, I was up like 400 or something from that. And then Gake didn't buy this one. Gake bought a different one. But the thing is, the problem with the other one was that it wasn't even the same. It wasn't even the same thing. But the main thing was that there was a 30% holder on the other one. So it's kind of like you just see these things and then you kind of understand what that means, right? There was a 30% holder on the other one, up like 300 SOL at 60K, I think, because they like it was a Gake copy trader. So yeah, it was a Gake copy trader, and so yeah, this one nuked, and I realized, okay, I think I should just get in. 49, yeah. So I bought in the dip, and I was like, and the other one was not moving; it was slowly going down, and I know that this is the best one, right? So yeah, then I got in the dip, and I actually held through, a lot of the time. And when it comes to memes, I sell break even, but yeah, I held through this because I knew that it would go right, and then yeah, it ended up going. So I just sold for a quick scalp because I didn't expect Gake to come and buy. I expected this to just slow grind to zero, and so yeah, I sold. And then this was the Gake sell again. This time I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to just scalp the Gake sell. So I bought 500, and then it went up. I first TX'd it, and then yeah, so I made $100, but I only clipped half because I thought I could go higher. Now that this is the winner, but yeah. Then it was just showing bad PAs, so I sold, right? And then this was the main one, right? Then I try to buy again, no movement. I'm like, okay. I start looking at other coins, but I just watched this one. And then I see Gake buy this one, and it's such low market cap with such a high motion wallet. I literally bought 1,000 here just quickly. I just saw it, bam, 1K, and yeah, I just clipped out here. The PA wasn't that good, but yeah, all of that made me 1,200. Maybe a little bit of a long explanation, but I think it's worth to go in depth for people that actually do trade memes. Um, like a lot of it is literally just fast thinking like that, or just having some kind of idea and just acting on it. So you know what happens if Gake buys below 50K market cap on like an actual coin. There you go. You just act on it, right? You know the vamp is valid. The other one's slow grinding down. Okay, I'm just gonna get in. Bam. This was probably like I should have bought 1K here. That was probably like the only mistake. 30% holder in the other coin. He was not selling. He wasn't selling, and there you go. Another scalp. Like it's literally just that, and then you just wait. You just wait for this kind of play. The only other plays that I actually make money on are like bottom bids, some scalps based off of like the narrative and the volume, and then tweet plays. Like tweet plays with like 3 different vamps, I make so much money. Maybe because it's because I have 2 monitors. Um, yeah, if you have the ability to get 2 monitors, definitely get 2 monitors as well. That's like another thing. Because then you can kind of see exactly when one coin goes down, exactly when a big wallet buys a certain, like a different coin, and you can sell the other one immediately, and then you just scalp both of them. Um, yeah, yep. So that was basically it, and then that was the end of the month. Other than memes, the only other thing I bought like a little bit a gamble on Palantir before earnings just now. I think I put like 200 far out the money options, so I don't know. It's obviously this was earnings, so small loss there. And then I did the same thing with another semiconductor company. I was just tailing someone else in this. I mean, so many of these AI companies have been pumping a lot off of earnings, so I wanted to just try and take it, um, and follow them into it. Like we had a good PA going into earnings, so if they beat earnings, you know that 200 turns into like 2,000 if it goes high enough. So yeah. Anyway, I took a loss on this as well, so I'll be down like 300 max. Not the end of the world. Um, I also longed ARM like here, or bought options. Earnings is soon. Yeah, and it doesn't look that bad here. Like this level is holding pretty well. Maybe we can go to retest it again, and maybe it's not the best, but it doesn't look that bad. Just trying to get exposure to this crazy AI boom. Yeah, and then all the things that I was in like a week ago are just running insanely hard. So yeah, I think like I bought MU down here, 30% gain, except I got stopped out. And then I did the same thing on ARM. Like, yeah, obviously I won't make that mistake again of having a loose invalid or a tight invalidation on stocks, especially. But yeah, that was like, I mean, that was like 6K that I would make on those two. So unfortunate. I'm actually in another. I'm in Circle right now. So yeah, I bought this kind of range break here. Um, yeah, and that's up 150 right now or something like that. But I'm going for like, you know, close to $1,000 P&L on that. Yeah, that's basically it. Crypto. Just watching this 81,000 level. This is like the main level. We reclaim. I'm long. Yeah, Zek. Okay. Also Pendle. Breaking out of this area, like it's just ripping. Yeah, Zek has been doing super good. This right here was, this retest of this level was an insane trade. But I was not trading or anything. And you know, same with this right here. But yeah, hopefully I can get some exposure to this soon. If we break like, I'm looking at 450. Yeah, and then obviously like 550 would be crazy. So this like sentiment is building up again on Zek. A lot of people are talking about it on CT and whatnot, so I think it's good. I think it's gonna be good. Like if you have exposure down here or anywhere in here, like yeah, honestly you just hold Zek. Zek is very very good right now. Yeah, I might do some more videos just on how to trade memes in general, just cause you know, I mean there's still opportunities here. It's still yeah, there's still opportunities. And yeah, anyway, other than that, the only other thing that I'm looking at right now in memes is Asteroid. Asteroid is just ripping, like it's insane. Just ripping. Like, yeah, I just had trouble buying these lows. Like here, this was such a good entry, and I was watching. After I missed this is when it was getting vamped. I was like, I don't want to get in, but yeah, it was holding these lows so well. But yeah, and I actually might look to short it at some point, just because like if I have the ability to short like a new meme, I feel like that's so good. I don't know. Like this stuff is just always like, if it has a crazy run up, it's going to just have a drawback. You know, it's not like it can just get short squeezed, you know? Like that's the thing about memes. Like if it has any kind of like catalyst, like if something happens where I don't know, there's just some kind of catalyst and it'll just get sold off, you can just short it. So yeah, that's all I'm really looking at right now for memes. And other than that, just kind of yeah. Well, that's everything.